Okay, welcome to our last Wednesday Zoom of February. We will start with the TOPS pledge. I will mute everyone so we can do our pledge. And when we're done, you can unmute yourself. Mute. Okay, starting with the TOPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I will take off pounds sensibly. TOPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I am to be example as I keep off pounds sensibly. You can unmute yourself if you like. Tammy, if you want to unmute and we can see if you have a better connection now.
How was that? Is that any better?
Perfect.
Perfect. Great.
Perfect.
That laptop sometimes is bad.
Yes. Well, yeah. So Kathy, when you want to ask her the question again about the $10?
Yes, if you can explain how you win the $10. I was trying to tell my chapter. It was like, I got to that part and I said, I'm not too sure.
It's for the TOPS members. You can't, it's an incentive to keep you going each week and really lose the weight. But it's just a white envelope, and the treasurer writes down who's the high loser of the week. And if you are on that high loser of the week 3 times in a row, you have to be 3 times in a row.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't have to be in a row, just 3 times. When somebody has hit that envelope 3 times, then they win the $10, and then it starts with a new envelope. That makes sense?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And does the treasury supply the $10, or do the members supply the $10?
Well, the members through the treasury. It's through the membership dues. Comes out of the
part of the dues. Yeah, okay. Comes out of the dues. That works.
We do a similar thing that whoever's the highest loser of the month automatically gets free dues for the next month.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when my chapter is bigger, we can do it. But between rent and having to buy insurance, we're down really, 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 really low. Yeah. Is your chapter big that they can afford you can do that? So we only we only have 4 members paying dues at this point.
We have like 20 people. So, and we're not paying dues right now since we haven't been at the church where we meet since last March. So the donation that we gave them every month, we haven't been doing that. And we've been, the last few months we've been meeting once a month at, a person's house. We're not contributing anything there. So we're not giving a dues or a donation. If we ever go back, we will, but
yeah. Well, was contacted by 3 of my chapters today. They're going back in March. It's like, yes,
yay.
Yes, finally. So we're good. So they're starting to come back. The numbers are getting better.
So we were breaking the chapter there for a while with that envelope because we were like small numbers. There was only 4. Well, when there was 4 tops, it worked out okay because we dropped down to 2 tops, and they stopped it for a while, but then they said, no, you know what? It's still going to keep it going.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you that why I'm asking, because you made me interested in it last week. We have had for years in our chapter a traveling gift, and your name is drawn and you have to lose for, well, that for the next 4 meetings. And then you get to open the gift. And then you go buy a new gift and the chapter pays for it. But like I said, the whole time I've been in the group, whose ever name gets pulled, they go, oh no, and we discussed it, it's like, why are we doing it if nobody likes it? And everybody agreed it was too much pressure. They want to lose, but they didn't want the pressure of this gift. So we were looking for something else. So Tammy, when you shared that, and I shared it with my group, they said that sounded good. But now I have the rest of the story, so I can share that with them tomorrow night.
That's great.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Now, we also do a dollar grab bag for the high loser of the month. Everybody wraps. It's a wrapped gift. So it's a surprise, and they sit there and they go in the bag and they unwrap. That's the whole meeting. Is the high loser of the month, and they unwrap their gift. It's just, it can be as simple as sandwich bags, handy wrap, anything. Napkins, dish plates, paper plates.
And we've done things like that in the past too, and we've all decided we have enough stuff.
I know.
We don't. Yeah.
We just
stop that.
Going though, because it's only once a month, and it was an incentive for the tops, you know.
What I did when we first started, when we first started the chapter, I was every week I was like giving out a notepad or a tops notepad, and they're finally like, we have enough. We don't need any more stuff. So we just do the tickets now, which I mean, we do the thinner winner, which they like, because we do, we started the chapter as everything has to be positive. No best loser, no, that word's not in our vocabulary anymore. Thinner winner.
The winner.
Be a winner, not a loser.
Yeah.
But Donna, I know your chapter, because when I was there, what do you guys do? Because I know you put a quarter in a
yes, well, we do, but I'm glad you said that, the winner, not the best loser, the winner. I need to write that down. We do a couple things. We do a healthy habit every week. This week it's to move 15, and I ask everybody they're in a jar, so everybody puts it in there and we pick one out. This week it's like you have to move 15 minutes every day. So I just got off my treadmill before I got on here. And then everybody who does it, their name goes in a jar, and that night we pull, and if we pull your name, you get a free week's dues. Because I think people don't want stuff. They'd rather have their dues paid for. We do that. And then we do like a no. This week it's cookies. So I'm bound and determined not to eat my grandson's Oreo cookies this week.
Oatmeal raisins.
Yeah. We try to, but we do a loser of the month, and we give them $10.
Right.
But we kind of built up our treasury by working at Hershey Park.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can, but we're doing now we're going to start the activity bingo. I have that all ready to go.
So we used to,
and for our cops, since we give them $1, since we're giving somebody, it's $1 a week to weigh in. So if the cops wins the healthy habit, we just give her $1. We do something else too. Oh yes, we have a quarter jar. If you lose 2 weeks in a row, your name, everybody puts a quarter in a jar if you want to, and then we put those names in a bucket, pull one out, and you get the quarters.
Nice. We do right here. I found it's amazing the stuff they have on Amazon for teachers and bulletin boards. So I have these stickers. This one says never give up. The one here on my star is believe in yourself, or always be kind, or all kinds of stickers. And every time you weigh in, whether you win or lose or gain, you get a positive affirmation sticker. And it's for bulletin boards from teachers and about mindset and stuff like that. You think positive, stop thinking negative. So you didn't win this week. Next
Yeah.
week's a new day.
Yeah.
So that's what we
Yeah.
do. I buy stickers. I don't do notebooks anymore. And they're putting
Yeah.
their stickers on their folder for the chapter, so they always have them. We're all about positive affirmations, and they'd rather have the stickers than a notepad. Or
Yeah.
well, I did give them water bottles for Christmas that have the you know the goal, the started, remember goal, keep chugging, never give up, almost there, you did it, and refill it. So they all have that for Christmas. It's like they'd rather have, just a sticker or encouragement.
Yeah.
So we're small so far. It's working for us so far. It's working for us. But to anybody else, Lucy, what does your chapter do?
Well, we have once a month, we'll draw a name the first of the month. And if that member loses 5 pounds and they get their dues paid, they have a month to do it in.
Mhm.
And then we do the regular contest, they want more of supporting our members and making phone calls and
Right.
and exercise and water. So those are 3 things every time we have a contest that we will
Right.
add.
Mhm.
Just with the baby that, or what we call it, the baby, and we have a regular baby there. I don't know where it came from, but if you get the baby, you keep it each week and you
Mhm.
try to lose 5 pounds. That was there before I got there, so I didn't do the baby.
Stella, go ahead, Terry Ann.
Oh, I was gonna say, we also do something else. I said that we do the biggest loser of the month gets their dues paid for next month. But as far as like an ongoing thing, the biggest loser of each week gets a raffle ticket for our marble pool, which is like a raffle where you're trying to pull out the colored marble in a thing, and then you get the money for that. And then there's also something that we do that's called Loser Lotto, where you have to buy one scratch off lottery ticket. Anybody who wants to participate, you've got to buy one of those tickets, and it goes into like a mug or a cup. And then it's a chart of like 10 by 10. Every time you lose weight, doesn't matter where you are in the day. We've got, like I said, we have 20 active members. Meetings fluctuate anywhere, between 12 to 15 people each time. But if you lose anything, whether you lose 0.2 or 4.2 or whatever, you put your name down on the chart. So you could have your name there multiple times, but you only have to buy the one-time scratch off ticket to participate. And then every time you lose weight, you put it on there. So once there's been 100 losses, all those names get cut up, and then a winner from that is picked. And that person gets all of the scratch off tickets. So,
Nice.
so that's like an incentive. You want to lose weight more often, because then your name goes on there more times, and you've got more chances to actually, win.
Stella?
We have a couple of small ones, and then we have the best winner each month wins $5. And then we have a calendar contest. If you lose, you put for every, I think, quarter pound, you put your name in a square on a calendar, and when it's full, they pick a number and a month, and that person wins $5. So
Nice.
sometimes it fills up real fast, and sometimes it doesn't. But then we have a couple of small dollar gift things.
Molly?
We've done that calendar thing too. Like if you have a loss, or the cops in leeways where they fill in, and then once it's done, the cash thing too, or I don't know what else we've done. We used to do the gift thing too, but yeah, people don't want the stuff. They'd rather have the cash.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, my old chapter used to do for the best loser of the month and the runner up. The best loser would get $5. The runner up would get $3. But then there were 20 people, and they were 25-year chapter, so they could do that.
Yeah.
Newer chapters don't have that option anymore.
No.
Rhonda, what does your chapter do?
Oh, complain. No.
I've been to her chapter twice. She's telling the truth.
Wait, what chapter is she from?
Clarksville, Tennessee.
479 Clarksville. Now, we used to have like she was talking about with the marble game, and we called it 50-50. If you drew the right marble, you would get half the pot, and half the pot would go to the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So, but because we found out that that sort of thing is illegal in Tennessee, that had to.
Oh,
Yeah. Can't do that stuff in Tennessee.
I had to put it down, and boy, did I get a lot of complaining. They did not appreciate the fact that I was saying, we can't do this, this is gambling. But when I had a state official call me and also call the coordinator of our state,
Oh my.
threatening investigations, we said, we ain't doing this no more.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it's illegal if it's not. Somebody obviously told on you.
Somebody narked.
Oh my gosh.
Someone that didn't win.
Yeah, I remember Teresa told us about that.
Oh yeah, it was.
Could you have done it if you did a different percentage, like 25, 75, or
No.
33?
no
60?
gambling.
It's
Gambling.
And I mean, it was really bad. I mean, first it was brought up at the state level for state recognition days. And she got called by officials, and then they said, at one point she was working with them and talking to them, and they said, well, it got to a point where it's like, well, you have to check with your local authorities. And then when the leader at the time in my personal chapter, and I'm the advocate, went to check at the local level, that's when I got a call from the state official.
Wow.
So it's like, we're not doing any of this. Just but we do have kind of like what somebody else was talking about. We have a card, we call it our quarter card, and it's got coordinates where if you lose, you get to put a quarter on the card and you initial under it. And then when it's clear full, we draw the coordinates like A4. And if that person's initial is under that quarter, they get the whole card. Both are tops and our cops. The cops have a different card, so they compete against each other, and us tops, we compete against each other.
Cool. Has anyone seen the One Small Step contest, 6-week contest on the website?
We're starting it tomorrow.
And we started it, and what I like about these new contests they have, doesn't matter if you're tops or cops, the weight has nothing to do with it. It's about what you're doing. And I love that, because half my chapters are cops. I mean, there's 5 of us that are actually active. 2 of us are cops. So it's like my daughter says, we're both cops. It's like, what's the incentive as a cops to keep going if everything is geared to the tops?
Right.
And I agree. I mean, so I like the new contest that you don't have to be a tops to do it, which is awesome. So, okay.
Developing healthy habits.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's a lot of it. The subjects on the retreat was eat the tops way, think the cops way, care the cops way, and cope and move on the tops way. So it was all about, it's not so much, and then the success, obviously, so they recognize whoever had been like a division winner or royalty, no matter what years ago it was. But it was all about actions, not whether you lost. They didn't concentrate on the scale at all. It was all concentrating on actions and eating. So it was nice. But I know that you brought up the clutter, and the program I found is clearing the clutter. And that's a lot of, we also had Cindy Mack. She was talking about having to basically clear the clutter if your house is chaos, you're gonna have chaos in your brain. And that's where I am right now. There's just so much clutter. I don't know where to start. It's like, so I mean, because you're looking at this stuff, it's like, it just drives you crazy. So, but I am so busy. It's like, I have no time. So, but yeah, clearing the clutter. And this is from 2009. In the Zoom, this program I did on Monday was the Divine Miss S. And I did that last August, and it was really nice to revisit her. And it was a great program. Okay, clearing the clutter, spring cleaning, which we should be coming up to now. It's going to take me about a month to clean. Any season is a good time to get rid of clutter. As we start to think about spring and spring cleaning, we might want to look around us and think about all the things we have. Spring is a great time to make positive changes in our lives that help us feel renewed. At any season, getting organized and getting rid of things we no longer value is a great way to get a fresh start. Double whammy. Did you know that clearing clutter can be a significant stress reliever and an energy booster? When we have too much stuff, we often feel overwhelmed by the responsibility of taking care of so many things, or we feel claustrophobic. That's where I am at right now. We can feel like our lives have become controlled by our many possessions. Clutter clearing experts say that sorting out your life by sorting out your junk will eventually result in you feeling lighter and having more energy. Anybody feel that way?
I do.
The clutter in and
Yeah.
clutter in there too. Every time we walk past a messy desk or see a cluttered basement, packed closet, or an item that needs to be fixed, for most of us, the first thing that comes to mind is that we need to clean the mess, get organized, or fix what's broken. No, I just ignore it. The next thing is usually that we don't have the time or resources to do what's needed, and then we get stressed. Each time this happens and we think these thoughts, our energy levels decrease. Clearing clutter. Go ahead.
It's funny you doing this, because I have been painting all the trim work in my downstairs. I've been organizing I don't know what's come over me.
You're clearing your clutter. I've seen the pictures of your bedroom. I would love to have just one little closet that neat. Just one little closet. I have clutter. I'm not a hoarder, but between scouts and tops and my food preservation, I have boxes everywhere.
So my sister has told me, you know, just free yourself of it and get rid of it. You're just a storage unit. If you're not using it, you're just storing it. And it's so true. And
I'm not getting rid of any canning jars or any canning supplies.
No, you don't give away. You don't give away what you use, but just what I'm not using in my house. It's really great to just donate it and give it to somebody who can use it.
Yeah, I'm trying to at least once a week have a box that I send to Goodwill. That's something out of the house. Just they need to stop bringing stuff in the house.
So
that's more clutter.
I just cleaned out my closet, and I have been hanging on to shirts, my favorite shirts, and then I realized what size they were, and I'm like, why am I hanging on to these shirts?
I do that every time I go down a size of pants. If I have two sizes too big, they go away.
I wouldn't give them up, but
I'm not tempted to go back into that because I can't afford to buy new clothes, not twice. Okay, clearing clutter has recently grown into an industry. Have you noticed a lot of blogs are about clearing clutter and organization? We should have just listened to our moms because they had it down pat. And we just got too busy. We now have organized experts to help us get rid of our excess material baggage, but we can do it all on our own if we take time, make it a priority, commit to doing the hard work, understand the steps, and enjoy the journey. Like all things, clearing clutter is a choice that you make. So how does it work? The experts recommend that you consider the following categories. 1, things you do not use or love. 2, things that are untidy or disorganized. We'll just ship the whole room out. 3, too many things in too small of a space. 4, anything broken or unfinished. Fix, finish, or get rid of it. The first category is broad and could use some explanation. As we grow, our style and our interests change. Our tastes evolve, and so it would be expected that what used to make us happy may no longer give us the same thrill. This may mean getting rid of furniture, household accessories, or clothing that is in great shape but no longer appeals to us. Another aspect of this category is represented by items that remind us of unpleasant thoughts or negative experiences. You would benefit by giving these items away, so you would no longer be reminded of the negative experiences associated with these things. Okay, any questions about that part? Okay, a journey begins with a simple step and a plan. The experts recommend that you start small. In one live video, Ashley Pfizer, she's the new no, it was a webinar, the new retreat director. She says, take 15 minutes and clean one thing. Just 15 minutes, clean it. It could just be your desk. 15 minutes, start small. Don't plan to take your entire house or garage at all at once, and don't try to address all 4 of the above categories at the same time. If you're overwhelmed, which, yeah, I'm there, chances are you just may give up and go shopping to get more stuff. I don't need to go anywhere to get more stuff. It's called Amazon. Let your fingers do the walking. Okay, what to do this week? Clearing clutter will help you get rid of things that are no longer important to you. It will also help you organize what you keep. It's important to create a plan. So for this week, each of you use the following steps. And I'll take a copy of this and put it on the page. 1, begin by walking around your house and making a list of clutter areas that need attention. Every single spot in my house. So we're good. Prioritize them in terms of their importance. My top stuff. Yeah, half of it's in my car. 2, next to each area, write down the resources that will be needed to clear the clutter. Bags, boxes, helping hands, etc. 3, choose an area to tackle first to make clutter a thing of the past. Start small with 1 room or even 1 drawer at a time. Or like Ashley suggests, just 1 surface at a time. I would be my kitchen table so I can actually find it. Every flat surface has stuff on it. Tip, listening to music helps to make the job easier and can turn the process into a fun, energetic, and calorie burning exercise. Because if I turn music on, I'm dancing. So just don't do it when you're gonna hurt yourself. So if you're gonna have to go upstairs, stop dancing. And then it says, share the experience in next week's Zoom. Discuss how you feel. Clearing your clutter will help you build your more structure and organization into your efforts towards a healthy lifestyle. Win-win. If you spend some quality time and make a committed effort to simplify your life by getting rid of some of your things, you'll feel lighter in many ways. You'll be able to find things more easily, and you can actually save money by not duplicating items. Yes, I lose stuff in my house. I buy a replacement. The next week I find what I lost.
Yeah. I've been looking for my scissors.
It's called the black hole. The dryer has one too, because those socks don't match anymore.
Oh, I know.
Your environment will be more peaceful and less cluttered. If you give the items away, you will also have helped others who are in need. Those who are less fortunate would certainly appreciate this thoughtful gesture. You can also have a yard sale pre-COVID and benefit financially. No matter how you get organized and clutter-free, it's a win experience, because clutter creates stress. When we're stressed, we're in the refrigerator or in the pantry, we're eating. Or, and if we're cleaning our clutter, we're moving, we're getting more steps in. And just like when I go on the trail, if I don't see chaos, the chaos isn't in my brain most times. Most times. But having a messy house can be very stressful because you get overwhelmed. And I'm at that point. But any thoughts on any of this?
I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Fly Lady.
Who's who?
Her name is Fly Lady.
Uh-huh.
And she has written books, and she's very, very she's very good at trying to get people to learn to organize their homes. And she has got her own website, and she sells her own cleaning products and stuff like that. But one of the things that stuck out to me was she talks about flying. That's who she is. She's Fly Lady, and it's about loving yourself. And it is about getting organized and not being like, if we get so worked up about stuff that everything has to be perfect, and we get stressed out by the fact that it has to be perfect, and then we get overwhelmed, and then we just sit in our frustration. But she talks about and it's very much like what you said Ashley was talking about, and she does assignments where you organize certain areas of your home. She's even got cleaning zones, and I mean it's a very organized way of thinking, but she's very she wants people to be patient with themselves. Anyway, she just organizationally, she is an expert type. But one thing that sticks out, and I mean, I bought her this book that she wrote with a friend of hers. They worked together, was called Body Clutter. And it was talking about the issue of weight. If you have body clutter in your mindset and where that leads and stuff. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of her on this meeting here, but she's incredible.
Carrie Ann.
I've heard of her, but I think I've gone to like step 1. She says to clean your sink. And my mind is, that's not going to help me do anything. And then I stop reading because I can't get beyond, that's her first thing, isn't it? To make sure you have a clean, and I'm like, I do my dishes all the time. So I guess the idea is just trying to tell you to like scrub your sink or whatever, but in my mind, it's not going to do anything, because whether that plate is left in the sink overnight or not, it's literally, I do my dishes every day. My sink is not overwhelmed with dishes, and maybe some people's are. And if it is, then they got to sit there, and that's fine. But for me, that's not going to help me with the rest of my house.
I think her shiny sink is to get people that have really struggled with it a starting place.
Because I've like never read beyond that. So I've never read and it's just have the baby steps or something like that to do, or something.
I think it's different for everyone. Mine is my kitchen counter. If it's not cleared off, that affects my whole day. I have to have my counter wiped clean, and that's step 1. That's step 1 to having a good day.
Yeah, I don't, me, it's my kitchen sink. If I wake up in the morning and I have to wash dishes because there's dirty dishes all in the sink. We have a dishwasher, but it seems like I'm the only one that knows how to use it.
No.
That would, I mean, I don't want to wake up at 4 a.m. and have to do dishes just to fill my kettle with water. It's like, and there's 3 adults in the house. Good. Yeah, that basically sets the mood of my day if I have to start my day washing dishes before I have my cup of coffee.
There's
That's
nothing
not
worse.
fair.
There's nothing worse than if you've got dishes in the sink, and well, I do all the cooking, so it's like when I have specific pans that I use, and it's if that pan is dirty, it's
Frustrating.
it's frustrating because before you can cook your dinner, you've got to clean that pan.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna do something new. How about some positive affirmations for this week? Anybody, or inspirational thought?
I just happen to have something.
Yes.
So, I shared this with my group, and I even ran it off a half a sheet, and we colored it to take it home. And people have said how it sticks with them, but it's something simple, and it says, keep your head in the game.
Yep.
And so we've been talking about, well, I brought it up because I told you guys that I've started playing pickleball, and you have to stay on top of the score. Every time you serve, you have to repeat the score. So it's not just physical. You got to keep your head in the game so you know what the score is when it's your turn to serve. But with tops, and a lot of people said they colored it, took it home, put it on their refrigerator. So when they go to the refrigerator, keep your head in the game. And you know, that's what we just need, those reminders all through the day that we are trying to change our habits and become healthy. We got to keep our head in the game.
Right, because the lifestyle change is all mental, because if your brain's not convinced you can do it, you won't. It's not just physical, it's mental. And it took me 5 years to get in the game.
Whatever we tell it.
Yep. Yeah. Just that's why it's so important to develop habits. And some people say it takes 21 days. Some people take 90 days. It's just repetition. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, muscle memory. It's a brain memory. But yeah, keeping the head in the game. It took me 5 years to get in the game, to finally get in the game. But still struggling. But this is week 61. So far, I'm still in the game. But anybody else have any positive affirmations or inspirational?
Mine lately has been every little bit helps.
Yes.
Because I have been working out at the gym and I'm building muscle. And if I'm not able to go at a certain rate as far as like the weight on the machine, I keep telling myself, well, you're not there yet, but this little bit that you're doing right now is helping.
Right.
So every little bit helps.
Right.
And not to get discouraged if you're not moving as forward as much as you want to.
Right. But it's in the right direction.
You are doing something, and it is helping. It will help.
Right. Right. That's why I like the one small step, because it is all small steps. Even if it's just an email or a text, it's like you never know when you're going to brighten somebody's day. You never know if they're struggling or not, but all of a sudden they're getting the support they need. So every little bit helps. Yeah. So I like that one small step. It's all about stuff you do, not pounds you've lost. But anybody else? Nobody?
Something else I do for my chapter, I always make sure we get the calendar.
Mhm.
And I always do a little bit, make it my own and
Mhm.
add some things to it. So we always have the calendar, and
Mhm.
then I always have something on the back. So this was the golden rules of tracking, and if I lost a pound a week, where
Nice.
I'd be. So yeah, I'm all about the positive too. I
Yes, you
agree
have
that
to be.
that's important.
Because if you're
We're
always,
all,
yeah, because if it's always negative, you know, don't do this, don't do that. That's
it
negative
backfires.
effect. Yeah, it does backfire. It's like, oh, I can't have that. It's like, no, you have that cookie. Just have one,
Mhm.
and
That's
not
right.
the whole thing. You know, account for it. So, but so who's going to attack their clutter? At least one section this week. I hear that,
will.
Lucy.
I will.
You did motions, but you know, I hear that. I'm gonna try because I'm starting to schedule chapter visits, so I really need to get my top stuff organized because right now it's in 4 rooms and my car. I'm so bad, but I've got so much junk and I can't. It's not stuff I can throw away. It's forms and magazines and
How can you throw away all your trades that you got from back in 99? And how can I throw away all my 100 things I got in 214? How do
no,
I
you
do that?
can't.
My clothes full of big crates.
Well, I have lots of, well, I could empty my fabric containers and put top stuff in there and use my fabric.
I got my fabric.
I just kept getting more and more storage containers. So it's like, okay, I need to put stuff in the attic. But yeah,
My granddaughter says that I am a organized clutterer.
and you know where everything is, don't you?
Yeah.
Then it's organized. You know where everything is. Me, I lose things. I turn around and lose stuff. But so yeah, I'm going to try. I will. Who does pinky promises here?
I do.
I am waiting for my charms. So I ordered some charms.
I bought a whole
Right.
lot. I'm trying to get my new chapter to do it. And I said, you don't need to buy charms or pins. I got them. I even
Mhm.
have the pens.
Oh,
But Donna, do you do pinky promise?
no.
It's basically you promise to do something by the end of the year. Me, it's the miles.
Oh, okay.
But 2021 miles in 2021. Well, last year I did 2,700, so I'm good.
I'm halfway, I think a little over halfway to my picky promise for the year.
What was
And
it?
it was losing weight. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
talking.
I'm definitely gonna do it.
No.
At this point, I'm just gonna make sure I can celebrate 2 years of cops, and I'll know that December 26th.
Woohoo.
So fingers crossed. But otherwise, any other questions? Did you see on the website about IRD? It's now virtual, the 23rd and
Mhm.
24th of July.
Mhm.
They're talking about a cost, but they haven't put any other information on.
Mhm.
Did you and I know I think the next top news will be a couple weeks late because they're putting more information about IRD in it. So it's going to be a little.
Were they asking people's opinions on it anywhere? Because I didn't see that. I just saw that it was going to be virtual, but that was it. They didn't do anything else.
There's the whole page on it, and I believe they're right now they're just in the planning stage. There's going to be speakers and everything, but I don't know if they did ask for opinions. I think they would have already done it.
Yeah.
Filtering down from the spas, but I wasn't as an advocate. I didn't get any information or told that we can offer our opinion. But they have the whole. I'm pretty sure the planning people are the ones that were going to do it. Are the planners that were doing it when it was in person. So
Yeah, I contacted Katie,
Uh-huh.
to ask her about, because it had been mentioned recognizing Century Club, and I just got mine in 2020.
Right,
So and she said, well, somebody will
right.
be over that. So
Mhm.
they would probably message me, or
Right.
once they release that name, I can message them.
Right, because yeah, I know, because when I fill out the paperwork to graduate cops at IRD, I filled out the information for that, but that was from 2019, so I don't know if they'll be I don't know any more information, so I don't know if they're gonna be recognized in 2019, but because they did that in the magazine, and they did it with a bunch of Zooms, so it's gonna be over 2 days, so we shall see. Hopefully lots of breaks, because it's hard to pay attention for hours at a time on Zoom. It really is. It really is. But otherwise, any more questions or any other victories or non-scale victories? And Donna, the walks are gonna resume because weather's nice this week, and cross fingers, no snowstorms this weekend.
Yes.
So I will be at Wildwood. So, Rhonda, did you have something?
I had that non-scale victory that I posted about that. My body is changing tremendously. With the
Awesome.
workout.
So what do they do? That you said that they have a scan?
Yeah,
At
it's
front?
a 3D scan. You stand on a platform and it revolves you around, and it takes a measurement of every, like your biceps, your triceps, your calves, your waist, your bust, it takes full measurements.
So no sucking your gut for the measuring tape? Oh, shoot.
So, and I got a readout yesterday. I happened to be able to look at it and compare from the first scan to the last scan that I had, which was the last scan was February 11th.
Mhm.
And I had my waist and my hips had changed 2.4.
Nice.
inches.
Very nice.
I'm biggering some other muscles and whittling down some other stuff,
Right.
toning up some other stuff, and
That is awesome.
it's great. It's a great feeling.
It is a great feeling when you can actually see the progress.
I mean, I hadn't really looked at the scan results, and I had put a skirt on for church, and I'm like, wow, this is really loose, and it was the size that I've been in, and it's like, I can't imagine. I don't remember this skirt feeling like this.
Wow.
So that was really
nice.
confirmation to me. So you're talking about clutter. I was in my closet today going over clothes, and I was actually trying on clothes. It's like, well, I'm gonna have to get rid of this, and this. And I actually went out and bought, because we are having SRD, and it'll be the first time I've participated in that before and after parade. So I am going to have my so-called baggy pants and I just bought a new pair of pants that are they're khaki pants. So I just bought a new pair in my new size that I'm going to be able to wear for this before and after parade. It's a good feeling.
Great.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, I got rid of all my bigger clothes. So it's like, can't do it before and after. I have to buy something. Or go to the thrift store and get something my old size. Like,
Rhonda,
Yeah.
who was doing the body scan? I know I belong to Gold's Gym and they do it for us there. So who was doing?
Crunch is the new gym here in town, and I got gifted a membership.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Crunch. I love that name.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I used to belong to Planet Fitness, but nah, it is the. I don't know. It's just not. Didn't work for me. I mean, the machines, for one, you take so long just to adjust it from when you're short, You
Oh,
spend more time adjusting the machines than you do actually exercising because there's so many people there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anybody else? Nobody? Okay, we'll finish with the helping hands. You take my hand and I'll take yours and we'll start out today. For helping hand is what we need to guide us along the way. The way to goal is a lonely road. We need someone to care. Reach out, my friend, and take my hand, and then we're almost there. Yay! Oh, real quick question. Has anybody, is there a ceremony for the Queen? I'm crowning my daughter this weekend at our meeting because she's chapter queen from last year. Is there an actual ceremony? Or do you just read her story?
I bet
have
you
the
could
story.
find something. Have you looked on the top site for ceremonies?
And I checked the ceremony guide. There's nothing. It just
Oh.
says there's can be themes. It's like, okay, we're a small chapter. We really don't need themes because we're not doing a dinner. We're just doing a chapter. And mostly the ceremony guide concentrates on cops. That's it. And suggests other stuff. It's like, I don't, or they suggest sparkly fabric draped over a chair for the throne. It's like, during COVID, you don't want extra anything because you'd have to wash everything and clean everything. But anybody have do a ceremony for royalty here?
In ours, we just read their story, or they read it themselves if they want, and then crown them, give them flowers, and we usually have a little gift for them. That's
I went on Amazon and got her a Comic-Con, one of those Comic-Con, it's a velvet cape. And my old chapter gave us, they had 2 tops crowned. So they gave us to keep at our chapter. So we have an old tops. There goes tops tiara to keep at our chapter. But I got her a tiara so she can keep, but this will be at, the chapter owns this one. But and I'm doing a sash. It's just a ribbon, but I just have to get all those gold letters and stuff. But it's like, I even asked my coordinator, she says, not as far as she knows, there's no actual ceremony. So I guess just reading it. But my grandson's gonna crown her. He'll be in his Cub Scout uniform.
Oh,
So
no.
she was state division winner last year, so he presented her that also. So we'll have to take pictures, but she's gonna have a long velvet cape on and the tiara, and I'm gonna see if I can make her a mask. I know she will never wear it again, but she'll have a queen mask. I gotta find it.
Nice.
And I looked up on Amazon for queen shirts, and they gave me queen, like, Bohemian Rhapsody and Lady, all those, the Queen tour. It's like, okay, I need Queen, but it was all about the group. But it's like, that was just funny. She would wear that. She'd wear that shirt. But but otherwise, we're gonna crown her on Saturday.
Nice.
So everybody keep walking. If you get a chance, go on to my page for my area and do a live or do a video for encouragement. I'm gonna try to do that, try to do it more. But in the winter, I get too much inside my head and I'm not as active. And I gotta stop. I gotta get back to my walks because this past 3 weeks, it's been snowing. So, the trailheads they don't mow, they don't plow or anything. So I did last week I did like 62 miles. I did maybe 20 miles this week. It's like, so it's big change. I need to get back out there. We had snow, it was 28 degrees 2 days ago, and we had 3 inches of snow. It was 58 today. All the snow's almost gone. It's
Wow.
like, well, now the trailheads will be melted, so we're good. I can go hiking this weekend. But otherwise, almost 8 o'clock. So I will see you guys later and see you next Wednesday.
Thanks, Joanne.
Bye-bye.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.